when you rent an apartment, you have to give them your credit score to get in. But as you're paying monthly bills, they're not reporting to your credit score. But if they ever have to put you out of said place, they immediately report to your credit score. And why did we let them start doing that? Like, what the?
He said, but if your rent is that much, that's half your money for the month. Mm-hmm.
We're going to be checking out some rant videos about rent, and every one of the rants is actually valid points and realistic issues that we are all dealing with when it comes to rentals. Rent is starting to feel unrealistic because it's actually ridiculous. Like, there's just a lot that goes into it. Conversations about how whenever it's time for you to renew your rent, it's actually increases. Like, for the same thing, nothing is changing in the apartment, but the lease renewal price increase on the rent, the same place that you've been renting, just keeps going up. Also, we're going to be checking out some conversations about how, genuinely speaking, this rent is too high. Like, the prices have just gone way up. Even places that were considered to be affordable before are no longer affordable. A single person trying to, rent a place, the price is just not it. And even for studio apartments too, like, if you say, oh, let me cut back and just go down and find something affordable, that's not even affordable anymore. Even a studio apartment is just as high as the rest. When we're talking about even trying to get an application into a new place, the same thing happens. Like, once they ask for so much requirement that people are unable to meet. And now we have long-term hotel stays. Before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
Utilities not included, but you have to go through us for utilities. So all utility payments will just be automatically added to your rent. It's split evenly amongst the residents, so that's an additional $13 to $300. It has a little bit of variance, split up evenly, and it automatically goes to us through our utility company. $500 pet rent, no, monthly, plus $500 base rent pet fee, $300 admin service, $100 application fee. However, we do waive the application fee if you put in your application within 60 seconds of our tour. There's one washer and one dryer split evenly between all of the units on all of the floors. There's no AC, you do have to bring your own. Credit score must be 1,000 or above. No outstanding collection balances. Must make 3.5 times the rent.
Housing for singles is a joke, and a grown adult who has been working their entire lives should not have to live like a college student. If I sound bitter, I'm okay with that. This is the kind of shit that makes people bitter, because I can't afford to live anywhere, but couples can go on vacation. I can't afford my house anymore, and I have to find a place to move to. Only I can't, because everything that is sized for singles is priced for two incomes. Not only could I afford my house if I had a romantic partner, but I could afford an even better house than this one and still pay less rent than I pay now. Oh my God, call me bitter, call me angry. It's all true. It's accurate. I'm not afraid of the word bitter. I'm afraid for myself and all of the other single people who are rapidly realizing that they cannot afford to live where they live, that they were able to afford before all of this. Single people are not afterthoughts. We deserve to live with just as much dignity as people who are in romantic partnerships. And so help me God if you say get a roommate.
Just move somewhere cheaper. Okay, but at what cost? Because if the only way to afford life is to leave everything that makes it feel like your life, is that actually a solution? Because like right now, I can walk down to the beach, clear my head, feel like myself again, and that actually matters so much more than people think. So it's not always as simple as just move.
So I'm finally in a room. So I want to show y'all the room that I'm renting for $850 a month. This the room right here. As you can see, that's the TV. That's the queen size bed that come already in here. Have a mirror, a little drawer thing, a lamp, a dresser over there, a chair. This the window. You can look out the window and stuff. This the bathroom. Yep, I got my own bath. Toilet, sink, mirror, tub, shower, a closet. Fat ass closet. And there's a TV already in here. Oh yeah. I'm about to put mad shit up in here, bro. And that's it. I'm paying $850 a month for this. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice little room. And y'all talking about something, this won't work $850 a month, bro. Look what comes in here. I got our own bath. I got our own restroom too, bro. You can't beat that for $850.
And these apartment complexes have really lost their fucking minds. Because what you mean you want me to pay $2,000 a month for a 2-bedroom, one and a half bathroom in the middle of the fucking hood? Okay? You done replaced the white refrigerator with a stainless steel one. You ain't fixed nothing in the fucking apartment since the apartment was fucking built. Okay? The neighborhoods be dirtier than a motherfucker, and then got the audacity to promote yourself by having all these luxury amenities. But the amenities be 2-3 treadmills in the back of the fucking rent office in a funky ass room that nobody fucking utilizes. Then the pool got the audacity to look like it ain't been renovated since the day y'all fucking open. You call the rent office, don't nobody ever fucking answer. Maintenance, they suck. They're never gonna come out. And you might even have roaches in the motherfucker, but y'all got the audacity to want to charge somebody $2,000 and $3,000. Bitch, you must be crazy. Then got the nerve to have the world's smallest fucking rooms in the bitch. Please don't piss me the hell off.
Somebody just commented on one of my videos and said, where are y'all having to pay first and last month's rent up front? Everybody doesn't get approved for an apartment with the same conditions. Like, everybody's situation is different. I have previously moved with next week's check. I have done it in the past because I didn't have no other choice. Homegirl was messed up. Credit was messed up. I had to put down 2 months rent, which was first and last month's rent, as a security deposit, and then turn around that following week and pay rent on top of figuring out how to furnish the apartment, put groceries in the apartment. So everybody's situation is different. Everybody's not moving and putting a $200 security deposit down and boom, they got a crib. Some people are really one paycheck away from being homeless, like not having anywhere to stay. To save money, figuring out a way to save some money, because some apartment complex will make you last month's rent as a security deposit. And then if you're moving towards the end of the month, you got to turn around and pay rent again. So me personally, regardless of your situation, I always encourage people to save first month, at least 1 month's worth of rent. Have some money in the chamber for moving, the moving expensive, the U-Haul, Home Depot trucks. You just got to have money saved up.
My dad told me that for his first apartment, his rent was $150. My rent is almost 20 times that, and they just emailed me and let me know that they're actually increasing my rent.
Our landlord said our rent was going up $200 for the next year, and we said, how about it goes up just $100 instead? And he said, sure. Which then it's like, was it going up $200, or that was just an idea you had? Because 100 is way less. And if it doesn't have to go up 200, it could go up 100, then it could also not go up. It'd be the same distance to not going up as it was going from 200 to 100. So it's confusing, trying to figure out what is going on.
I know a life hack that most people have never even thought of. So if you've ever found yourself without a place to stay, I'm going to tell you what to do. Hi, my name is Sherry, and I'm a hotel general manager at the Grand Hotel Spindletop, and I do behind the scenes hotel content. If you're into that kind of stuff, press all the buttons and come hang out with me every day. Have you had bad luck looking for housing and you don't have 3 times the rent, or a 650 credit score, or the big huge deposit to get moved into a place? Even though you have a job and you still don't have the money to move in, you can't afford it. Well, that's the reality for a lot of people. If you ever find yourself in that situation and you're needing housing and you don't have any other options, you can do long-term monthly stays at a hotel. I bet you didn't know that, did you? Not all hotels are extended stays. You would just have to call around in your town or area that you live in and just ask them if they do monthly stays. You don't need a credit score. You don't need 3 times the rent. You don't need a clean background check. As long as you have proper identification and you have your money to get checked in. Here at this hotel, we charge $1,000 a month for our economy kings and economy doubles. They're the same price. And then a $100 deposit. Not all hotels are gonna have kitchenettes, so just be aware of that when you're looking. But you really don't need a kitchen to be able to cook. Sometimes in life you have to take what you can afford, and if that means staying long-term in a hotel without a kitchen, you got to do what you got to do to be able to get back on your feet. But that is a great source for people that are having a hard time finding affordable living. It's nothing to be ashamed of, living long-term in a hotel. Coco Chanel, she lived most of her life in a hotel in Paris, so it's nothing new. People have been doing it for ages. So thank you.
If I would have known that rent was going to be this high in 2026, I would have just saved myself the hassle and refrained from slithering out of my dad's cock in the first place.
Explain this to me. If you pay rent perfectly every month for years, why does staying longer somehow cost more?
If you stop paying your rent, your landlord will evict you, and if you stop paying your property taxes, the government's going to take your house. So really, you're always renting from somebody. It's just a matter of, are you renting from the landlord or you're renting from the government?
So tired of apartment complexes not including the fees in the rent. Like every time I go on the website, I'm thinking, bam, $1,700 sounds good to me. And then I get to the leasing office, $2,000. You know what that $300 is? Fees that you cannot take off. They are not optional. You have to have the fees, amenity fees, community fees, luxury fees, any type of fee, you name it, they have it. So if I have to get the fees, why not include that in the price?
The crazy part about this is the apartment still stays the same, same walls, same things. A lot of them don't even have much improvement or anything that's like really different. It's just that the price just keeps going up, and really, I don't think it should be like that. Like, I mean, a lot of people do not feel like it should be like that. It shouldn't cost that much for places. I just feel like it's just too much. The way every single thing just rises, like the price of everything just goes up. And it's like, it's literally everything. Like every time we turn around, like there's no room to breathe for anybody because everything just goes up. Every single bills that you pay is just up there. And your rent is up there, then what's gonna happen? Like, what are people supposed to do to be able to afford a normal regular apartment as a full-grown adult, a full-grown working adult? You have to be living with roommates. You have to do that for you to be able to afford a place. You have to live with roommates or you go back home. Like, that's what's going on right now. It's either you go live with your parents if you have them, if you're blessed to have them and can live with them. It's either you do that or you manage to stay with a roommate. And it has gotten so bad that even a one-bedroom apartment now, they'll tell you that maybe you should rent out the living room because you're unable to pay it. Because tell me why a one-bedroom apartment or a studio apartment is over $1,000 and you might be struggling with paying that, and then they'll tell you that you gotta share that with someone. Now, how are you supposed to share that with someone? Even the so-called places that were considered to be some low-income neighborhoods or places that are considered not as good or great, those ones too cost. They cost a lot. Like, they are not even cheap. Like, genuinely speaking, you can say whatever you want to say about the neighborhoods and say, oh, this neighborhood is bad. It's not great. But they are not even affordable. You might be struggling to even afford those places too. It's kind of scary because at the end of the day, we have a lot of people who are scared to move from one apartment to another because now it's gonna cost you. Like, those apartments are requiring a lot, and then you're also scared of staying in the same apartment because when it comes down to lease renewal, it actually increases again. So that's kind of like too much. And then moving costs, it costs a lot. So when you think about it, it's like at the end of the day, you're just getting hits from different angles. You've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching for the very first time. Make sure you hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.